Just finished watching the film about 2 hours ago. The Batman. This film, holy shit. This movie is a game changer for comic book movies going forward. Hello, the Batman fans of YouTube. Welcome to another That's Just Joe video. My name's Joe, and that's about it, but that's not about it. 1 year ago today, 1 year ago, The Batman was released in most countries. The highly anticipated Matt Reeves version of the Caped Crusader finally graced our screens, but obviously the lead up to the film was probably the most agonizing part of this. I mean, that DC Fandom 2020 trailer was good. And then obviously after that trailer, there was still excitement in the air. There was more trailers, promos, merchandise, which we'll get into later. And then the film finally came to the big screen. And wow, what an experience seeing it in a packed audience. And yeah, we're getting another one. We're getting a part 2. We're getting a Penguin TV show. Matt Reeves' Batverse has truly been born. Now, I'm not going to be like, oh, go behind the scenes secrets and everything. I've got a very, very special video indeed. But I just want to talk about why I love the Batman very quickly. I think this character can be interpreted so many different ways, and this is again another unique way, but also taking elements from other films and TV shows and everything and mashing it together and coming up with something that I call probably the pinnacle of a Batman film. Now, I'm not going to say it's the best Batman film I've ever seen, but definitely one of the most enjoyable. I loved the film. I loved the version of this Batman with Robert Pattinson. I loved the version of the Rogues Gallery with the Riddler and the Penguin, and obviously Batman's allies with Selina Kyle and Jim Gordon. I really, really love these versions of these characters. And the world of Gotham City is just... not a lot of the films have done it justice, I have to admit. I feel like Batman Begins was close, but obviously cornering off the Narrows from Gotham City, which is very modern. I thought the Narrows looks way more like Gotham City than anything. But this version of Gotham City is fantastic. I loved it. I loved how they integrated real life different cities together, mashed it all, and it looked realistic, but also had a gothic sort of fantastical feel to it. And talking of locations, why don't we go and look at a few of them right now? So let's go to past Joe, who was working in Liverpool at the time, and visit 2 prominent locations from the film itself. I'm here in Liverpool at the moment, working away, and here we're at the Batman location. This is St George's Hall in the city centre of Liverpool. And this is where the exterior shots for the funeral procession of the mayor were shot in the Batman. And this is where the confrontation between Bruce, Carmine Falcone, and the Penguin took place as well. So actually here was where Bruce got out, and then he sees what he thought was Selina, and then he approaches the Penguin. Okay, we're inside the pillars, and over here was the entrance to the funeral. And this is where Falcone and Bruce and the Penguin would have had their confrontation. And then looking out, this building's actually in the film in the helicopter shot. And then some of these buildings as well, but then obviously VFX is used to make it bigger. But there is another thing about this building, still to do with the Batman, is this was used as a second location. So on the other side of St George's Hall are more pillars, obviously, but this is where the broke sign was written on the pillars, and where they filmed the Batman supposedly in the shadows through that door. Another little interesting fact was multiple locations in Liverpool were used for the Batman, and this was actually Gotham Square, and they dressed all this to the Halloween town. It's the scene where Bruce is in disguise in his drifter outfit walking through the Halloween market, and all these screens here, these screens were built upon to be Gotham Square. So this was Gotham Square in the film. If you're ever planning to come to Liverpool just to see the locations and that, they're actually really close by, all of these. You can get off at Liverpool Lime Street train station, and then literally across the road St George's Hall, so you can start there. And then as you go towards into the city centre, there's the Liver Towers for Gotham Police Department. This is the Liver building, but you probably recognise it already. This is where Batman jumps off the top of GCPD. And they actually filmed the stuntman hanging from the top of the tower, about to glide basically. And they shot it for real, they did a helicopter shot, but obviously around here it's not a lot of buildings, so they had to like graphic all the buildings in. So yeah, that was my random video of the Batman locations whilst I work in Liverpool. I have to say, I looked a lot better back then. But yeah, that was some of the locations. It was really exciting being there and seeing these buildings, and they're very easy to see if you go and visit Liverpool. There's obviously other locations you can find that they use for exteriors, like the cemetery and the alleyway where the mayor makes her speech and everything. Those locations are around Liverpool, but those are the only two I could go to. But I hope you enjoyed that anyway. Now, I want to get onto the merchandise for the Batman, and as you know, I'm a big collector and I love action figures. I love props. I love toys. And I thought I'd just show off a few of my action figures and bits I've been buying and still buying. I'm still buying the Batman merchandise. I bought this sort of hoodie, comfortable sleeping thing recently. I'm still going. Sorry, it's so comfortable this, but yeah. This is the best bit of merchandise. But let's talk about some of the action figures I've got out and some I've got packed away. When I actually went to see the film at cinemas, we were given this. It's the Batman issue 1 of the Long Halloween, but it's The Batman cover variant. And yeah, I've got 2 of these. My partner didn't want hers. Sucker. And then in terms of books, I've got The Art of the Batman, which is beautiful. It's got some fantastic concept art in here. There's also the official script book which you can get, and it's nicely laid out and fonted and everything, so you can easily read it, and it's got some lovely photos and stills. Now, McFarlane is one of the main toy brands that did the Batman action figures, and I love the McFarlane brand. I'm still collecting their DC figures to this day, and I really liked the Batman collection. Although it's very small, we got some kick-ass vehicles with it and everything. I love the head sculpts on these. I love that they're 7-inch. I'm really hoping we get the Batmobile one day, but let's wait till part 2. And then I've even got some McFarlane statues of Batman and Riddler. And just behind my computer, I've actually got a whole container dedicated to the Batman action figures that are still in their boxes and vehicles. I'm still collecting stuff like this. And I've also got this 12-inch version of the Batmobile and Batman and Selena Kyle sitting in it. Look at them, such a lovely couple. Anyway guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. 1 year since the Batman. I cannot wait for the future of this version of the franchise. I'm very happy James Gunn is still letting Matt Reeves continue his version, his world of Gotham in TV and film. And yeah, I cannot wait for part 2 and the Penguin TV show and more. Anyway, what did you think of the video, guys? I hope you enjoyed it. Let's talk about the Batman. Why do you think it's one of the best films out there? Why didn't you like it? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Looks like a big red button like this. And yeah, I am vengeance.